Oh, that was our first close under today's open, guys. Okay. Probabilities of dumping have just picked up. But if you see a push back over today's open, that is going to be the biggest fake out ever, and it's going to probably pump back up to the high. Sorry, to the recent highs. Sorry, my voice like went out randomly. Daffy said, show me 60, I will give out 10 memberships. Oh, God. It pumps up, it hits 70. I get too fixated on smaller time frame patterns. Hey, man, it's a normal thing, man. Seriously. I wouldn't get too worried about it. But don't focus on them too much. I'm pretty adamant about that myself. If you ask anybody around chat, they'll tell you I'm a pretty big pattern hater when it comes to chart patterns. And it's not that they don't work. It's just that they're broadly taught wrong. You know, everybody teaches that, oh, guys, if bull flag's bullish. Yes, it is, if it closes higher. You know, there's always that chance that you see a bull flag that fails. You know, any pattern can fail, and that's what I think is not taught enough, is the invalidations of these patterns. So it's not that I hate patterns, it's that I hate how they're taught. You know, these patterns definitely exist. It's emotions on a chart, basically. But I wouldn't focus on them too much. I really would focus on levels and then candlestick patterns. And I feel like candlestick patterns will start to click with a lot of you more, because you'll start to see, oh, wow, there's consistent rules with each one. It has to look the same each time. And if you get good positioning, that also plays to it. And I feel like by going over that more, it'll help you on your smaller time frame trading as well, because you'll look at your smaller time frame trades. And let's say we dump today, right? Let's say we dump and we get down here. An average person would just keep buying puts. Right, an EMA trader will just keep buying puts. What is a pattern trader going to do, though, when we get here? They're going to be open for suggestions, looking for both bullish and bears. So let's say they did dump, right? And then you end up seeing a piercing line pattern pop up, a bullish piercing line, right? That means we push down below this. We've got a lower open, and then this day closed in between or above the halfway point of that previous day, right? That would be very bullish. But that doesn't mean we just buy calls from here. No, it just means there might be an impulse move that happens, right? And then from that impulse move, if we can hold this low, we can look for another piercing line, bullish engulfing, morning star, anything basically to give us bullish confirmation down here again, right? And then once we break over the impulse moves high, well, then we have a confirmed move up to the upside, not just by one, not just by two, but by 3 confirmations. So you could take early plays here with low risk. You could take a very passive play here. You know, it just all depends. And that's why pattern with positioning is always going to be a saying that sticks with me. It's just because it is very powerful. You know, if you've ever seen any of my swing trading videos, all that information can be applied to anything on the smaller time frame. It's just all about making sure you're doing it at the right spot, right? So what are some good spots that we all know about? Emerging candles, previous day levels, pre-market levels, you know, the previous day high supply, the previous day low demand, those areas that we like to draw. That's going to be those important areas that you look for those patterns, or you look for, you know, those confirmations to stack up on each other. God, I'm talking a lot. I'll give memberships if it hits 60 as well. Y'all don't have to do that. You guys don't have to do that. Just stick to your trade. Focus on your trade. Focus on your game plan that you set beforehand. Look at that. If they close over this, I swear I called it. They're going to close over this and pump it to the highs. 491.20s, 491.40s. Got some decent movement. I mean, I know it was kind of boring. Had to open, hit the high, just kind of sat here for a long time, held our failed. But you guys got to see the 90% entry today, though. That's cool. This is what I was saying, though, on Disney, on the daily. I was saying it would be kind of funny if they did this big breakout and then closed under this, because that would be the thing. That would be the 90% entry, like the biggest failed 40% entry ever. And it probably would cascade to at least this recent high. But it looks like they're trying to hold right now. But that's kind of what some guys in the chat have been working on behind the scenes. I really didn't want to talk about this in live stream or to chat, because I don't want to confuse people, and I don't want people to look for them too much just yet. But they're pretty strong. And once you have what I'm trying to get at is, when you have a further understanding of the system, the levels and how they work, the entries and how they work and how we use them to navigate the levels, you start to realize this entry exists. You start to see it when you have a further understanding. But if you just start to get into things, you're never going to see that, and it's going to be very confusing. But I hope that breakdown was helpful. Now that we've reached the previous day highs and the previous day close, I think I am going to end the stream here.